And we are back in the house.
I was going to do the dun, 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 but I forgot we could get to like that.
You was gonna do the music?
that music that come on. I was ready. No, go back to your rage. Hello, everyone.
Oh, you want to keep that same energy?
Hello, everyone.
I tried to do a show and be professional and like not bring the beef on air, but if you want to, we can rock it like that. We here by ourselves.
We are real here, okay?
Yeah.
Urban Absurdity, so you can just go ahead and bring it.
You want to bring it to the table. You want to bring shit. I always want to bring shit to the table. Okay.
Wait, let's bring it to the table in a minute. First of all, it is us today. It is us.
Yeah.
If you've ever listened to the show before we started going,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, if you was here from the start,
then you know it was just us all the time arguing back and forth.
And matter of fact, you know what? She brought me an idea. Just in case y'all didn't know, we did a lot of audio. We've been doing this since 2018. So if you don't know we streaming, follow us on iTunes. You can look us up on Spotify. Go listen to those back episodes. We've been hilarious for like 2 or 3 years now.
Basically. I mean,
I know. What was you saying?
No, since we were babies, we've been funny. But, you know, even then. But no, Cortez is gone, so it is us. And we
fired his ass.
All right, we got some shit happened. We had to get rid of his ass. He gone, okay? We'll have another light-skinned motherfucker.
Niggas around here stealing and shit. Had to get rid of him.
We gonna have a light-skinned dude with a fake beard come. It's him. His name gonna be Mortez.
We're gonna go get all that nigga's clothes and just dress a new nigga with him.
We gonna have him with the zebra sweater. This is the new motherfucker that's coming. No.
Nigga, you signed a contract. Give us the clothes. What are you talking about? We replacing your ass.
Especially that leopard. We want it now. No, we did not fire him. We did not.
Yeah, we ain't nothing happened.
No, he's still here. He just had some other things going on, so we miss him, but he'll be back soon. Yeah, but go ahead with the rage.
Black people don't love you. Black people don't love you.
You sound like somebody that's been absolutely hurt.
They constantly beat you down. I'm a hurt person, man. When you're different, they look at you, man. They don't know I got the weight of the world on my shoulders when they see me. Sometimes I just be needing a hug and a motherfucker swing on me. I can't stand black people.
Well, first of all, you got to look like you huggable, motherfucker. Like shit. Let's start there. Let's start there.
The niggas that don't look huggable is the niggas that need a hug, goddammit.
They said, well, put a little grin on the corner of your motherfucking mouth. People come up to you, come here, come give me a hug, then your ass go crazy.
I would love to live in a world where niggas could just hug people and shit when you see them, just appreciate niggas, and you ain't got to say no homo, or you ain't got to say, oh, well, girl, I ain't mean it like that. That would be a cool world. You wouldn't like it because everybody be hugging your ass, but I just want more hugs.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on right now?
Females, y'all be person charge.
No, that's because, well, for us, it's because you give low-handed hugs instead of the real back hugs. First of all, give us the back hugs, we'll be fine. Let's start there. No squeeze us too much because we got
well, coming in from behind. Now, nigga, you know damn well it's rules to this shit.
No squeeze. No. Yeah, them niggas start doing that to other dudes. I'll be like, yeah, you like that shit, didn't you? The shit felt a little odd. That's how I feel for the front for us.
Okay, I get that.
Okay. Oh, this is great. That is great.
What?
Okay, so a dude coming to hug on a woman, right? When you be like, oh, that's okay. Especially if she don't know you, she just met you. You kind of like, oh. Yeah. And you hug her, right? That to us feels like if a nigga was to come to the back and hug on your ass. So I want y'all to know that the next time you hug a woman and you don't know her, you just met her and you really want to give hugs with your freaky ass.
Yeah.
Imagine a nigga just running behind you before you hug her like, hey, nigga. Yeah. And then be like, you right. Let me shake her hand or let me just like say, hey, how you doing? Like, I just want to, because it's uncomfortable.
Man, I don't really, you're right. I don't really reach out for hugs to people I don't really know. Like when I meet a friend and they got their wife with them, you know what I mean? I'm going to shake her hand because like, some people be taking hugs too seriously.
When you shake the hand, do you cup the hand?
Man.
There's a cupping of the hand.
Man, I'm one of, I go in with two hands. I'm old school. I usually go in like.
That was that. Hey, baby girl.
I be in Greek mode. You know what I mean? I'm covering your shit. You know what I mean?
Robbie should give a handshake, then throw it up gang signs. Talking about, whoa. That's not what we're not here for any of that.
I just want to let people know that it's a warm handshake. It's a different.
It's like a,
hey. You know what I mean? I hit a motherfucker with a hot handshake with two.
Okay.
Look at these motherfuckers.
Hey, listen.
I hit him with 2 of them.
Damn, your hands hot. Have you ever had like, I have, and it was just fucking awkward. Have you ever, for some reason, known that your hands are sweaty and you're about to meet somebody and like, you know, they want to shake your hand and you like, like.
Well, shit. Now every other time I'm gonna have it. I never had that fucking seed planted. I never thought about that.
Well, I'm glad I planted it for you. Next time you shake somebody, because you do. Like if I'm working or something, and then I'm like, okay, somebody's coming in, I have to meet them, and I'll be like, how's my hand? Like, you know, like if I've been holding a pen or something, I know motherfuckers like, why your hand sweaty? Shut the fuck up. If I got a pen in my hand, don't be acting like I'm nasty, but if I got a pen in my hand or something, I'm just warm, you know? So my hands may be that way, and then I got to meet you, and I don't want to be doing that with my hands beforehand.
See, my hands don't really sweat. I don't know why, even when I'm nervous, because I was nervous when Rodney Perry was here.
Because you a cold-blooded motherfucker.
Nah, I be scared. Like, a nigga get scared, but my hands don't sweat. But, because one of the things that stand out is every once in a while when you shake somebody's hand, it's like real clammy. Yeah. Like, that shit is weird.
Yeah.
And I know you wasn't nervous because nigga, you don't know who the fuck I am. Like, so why is your hand like that?
I'm the weird motherfucker saying you shaking. That's me. Hello, nice.
Okay, my bad.
Hello, nice to meet you.
I ain't shaking that hand. I'm not shaking that hand. You just pull out a damn fucking washcloth.
Then I'm going to cup your hand, your ass too, so you can stay there. I'm like, how you doing, brother?
You can't give a moist handshake. Like, I'm going to have to tell you that, like, our stock is rising and shit. We about to be big-time celebrities. You got to fucking...
Listen, you
got to do something with them hands.
You gonna get what I give you. Now, you going to smell a little Bath and Body Works from now on because you know my hands are good. But you gonna get what I give you, especially if I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say, we've had a good amount of celebrities here on our show.
Yeah. We've been doing
the hard work.
Good. Black people don't love you, though.
The hard work from this man. See, and I was just about to, this is the problem. It's not that black people don't love you. It's that black people won't.
Yeah, I know we waiting for.
Black people won't allow love in. That's what it is. That's what it is. You ready to pop off, and I'm trying to give you compliments.
Now, black people won't let you determine the speed. If you trying to rush it, they gonna slow it down for you. Like, I'm gonna get to you, but you gonna get it when I get to you.
That's life. That's life. You gonna get it when I give it to you. You just can't be like.
It ain't really me though. First of all, we have fun. It ain't really me. It's been us though. Like.
No, listen. I'm going to give you your credit where credit is due. You really have been buckling down and handling your business. I must say. And see, this is what I mean too. You see how this black man, I try to give him all these props, and this black man try to give it back to me like, no. I know people are like, but he's congratulating you too. But no, let me give you this shit and take it and walk away.
Okay.
It's like giving a motherfucker a gift, right? And then they be like, well, damn, I got to think about what to give you. I didn't do it for that. I gave it to you because I wanted to give you something for you.
Okay.
Golly, that's what it is.
I appreciate that, but I do want to say this, but getting them is one thing. We handled them motherfuckers. You only missed one, and I hated that because...
I hated it, too.
It's going to be like 10 years later when we talking about everybody we met. Like, what if that's the only motherfucker that you met?
Then we know what needs to happen. I need to meet him myself.
Because that was me and Robert was talking about this shit before the show. Like, Rodney, he came on. I like talking to him. Like, he one of them people that you go over, like somebody's uncle is over there, like George Wilborn was, but he was like spitting juicy shit out. Like, God damn.
Well, you know, since we have the show, it's not like we can't have people back when they come back, you know, or, you know, go see them.
Yeah, hey, I don't mind visiting them.
I don't mind. I don't mind visiting people either. You know, getting my second shot. I'm about to go out.
That would be cool though. Like I've been thinking about stuff like that to start popping on people when we make the relations though. Like because of course, like outside of here, it's comedy clubs. They're going everywhere. I just want to pop the fuck up.
Listen, we gonna pop up, but they gonna be like security.
It's like the Varnell Hill show. Damn, nigga, you know I was lying.
That was that. You remember us?
Motherfuckers up there saying my shit. Look at this nigga.
They dragging us off their lawn and shit. Talking about we was just. You say it anytime.
That's why I make a good impression. When I pop up, it's gonna be cool. I ain't gonna chase us out or nothing.
Okay. Well then they gonna be like, is that OG Ron?
What the fuck is this nigga doing in Charlotte? Nigga,
I didn't know he was coming down here. Is that him? Is that a gun on his waist? You know, we got. That's exactly why I said. And then he said something about that too, like thugs can't like change. They can.
Oh,
they normally change their name too.
Yeah, they always change it.
That's what I said. Killer Tay can't be Killer Tay when you to turn your life around.
Yeah.
You got to be like.
I bumped some Killer Tay the other day too. I was in my mode.
See, yeah, you gotta. But I'm just saying, you gotta change your name. So I'm sorry if you want us to, if you want us to look at you different. You had to just be Ron.
I don't know, man.
I mean, you're Ron to me.
I'm about to say some people call Chris Bridges Chris, but some people call that nigga Luda. You know what I mean? He didn't just drop all of that shit. But Ludacris. Yeah, I forgot the definition of fucking Ludacris. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Okay, but he a rapper. Okay? When you like a... Look, just because I ain't make it don't mean that you can't call me no rapper. See, you know what that's... See, black people don't love you. Like I said in the beginning.
I still got all your albums.
They still in the rapper. Like, yo, people be like, I got all your albums, bro. That motherfucker still be like, you gave it to them.
Nigga, I didn't say I listened to them.
I didn't say I opened them.
I said I got them. I said I got them. But just because of that, just because you pointed something out to me very important, that I need to be more, love a little more. I'm going to listen to all your albums.
I'm a different person now. It ain't going to mean nothing. I was trying to impress y'all back then.
It's going to mean something to me when I come and rap it. That motherfucker like, oh, you remember that one? You remember that hit?
It just bring back shit from the past. Like, what the hell?
Have your ass run down here and talking about, I knew I had to get that nigga still. Be like, it's over. Y'all squashed the beef.
Man, well, we ain't going to break that out, but I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you one way I grew. And this last week, and I didn't really talk to y'all about it. I wasn't going to, I talked myself out of it, but I almost blasted somebody for no reason, and then it, worked out a few days later. It was like a big misunderstanding. But back in the day, I would have fucked all of that up.
As we know. As we know.
With 1 million followers, I'd have went on there, and I'd have tagged her, and I'd have said all of this shit, and she would have probably sent me the screenshots. I'd have been like, just looking dumb, you know what I mean? And then,
I would have
so you come for somebody and you don't come correct, then everybody just cancels your ass. Like, it works in the reverse.
See, that's the part about growth that's tricky. See, I would wish you'd done that. So that way we could just go ahead and get some more hits. You know what I mean?
But now it's going to be better because she actually going to be here. But the thing was, I had hit her up and, she thought she saved me on a different number or something weird. But
don't give it. Don't give up the juice. Don't give up the juice. But no, I will say this. I have seen your growth. Actually, before we start recording, I seen some of it. And I was like, is this Ron? Because I call you Ron. I know your fan base calls you OG Ron. I will not, nigga. I will not.
It don't sound so cool no more when you get old. It just sounded good when I was 25.
That's about OG.
Like, nigga, then you ready to fight now. Like, nigga, you asked for this. You should have changed your name if you didn't want to be called that.
The fact that you were 25 and named OG, is there...
but it came from, you remember the Texas movie when they had the OG Ron down there?
Yes.
So, OG Ron C. Like, everybody knew him from the Chop and Screw.
Of course I do.
So, really, it was like when I was 21 because it was just like something funny.
Oh, because they called you Ron, so it was like OG Ron.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for the longest time, people was calling me OG Ron C just... from nowhere, and then they dropped the C, and I just never left with it.
So your shit fraudulent.
But yeah, I'm fake as fuck.
So the shit's fraudulent.
It's fraudulent as fuck.
Listen, hey, y'all need any codes cracked, any cases, just call me. I'm gonna get to the bottom of the shit.
She saw that shit quick, but check this out.
Listen, my mom was like... You know that meme with the numbers going to my mind was like, hold the fuck up, nigga. Did this nigga just admit that the motherfucker got named after some funny shit?
That's the thing about this podcast. I don't mind sharing. You don't be hiding shit. Sometimes we just ain't talked about it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, we just ain't talked about the cheating. I'm cheating, but we just ain't talked about it. We sit down and talk about shit.
So
we'll find out.
Two things got to happen, okay? You got to either... confirm or deny. I will not let you do it on. I will not let you do it on the show. But off the show, you have to confirm or deny that you did some OG type shit. Okay. Now, if you haven't, that shit gotta go.
Where the list coming from? You got the list? You got a list? Like, is
OG
shit?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna call a couple OGs. Like, hey OG, I know you 85, but what did you do? No, I'm gonna come up with it. I'm gonna find out. some OG shit that has to be done.
Did I tell you black people don't love you just because I wasn't the original OG Ron? See, now I ain't done no OG shit.
No.
So wait, me thought somebody saw me do some shit like, hold on, I saw that.
Okay, listen to this.
I'm going to recommend you to the board.
So listen, my best friend, her nickname is Carly, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, she's been my best friend for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nickelodeon came out with that show, iCarly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I start calling her iCarly.
Yeah.
That don't mean shit. That don't mean she's that motherfucker.
It happens. I used to know a girl named Kim. I called her Kim Possible.
That's my shit, though. Kim, I still watch it.
You can't call her fake because she ain't the real one.
Yeah, but Kim Possible. But I don't think that she'd have been flipping through places, solving cases.
She was a little heavy.
Yo ass. That don't mean she can't flip. Maybe not backflip. Maybe not back. But I could do some cartwheels. I'm setting up for it. But point blank period, no. You got to, OG is like respectable. OG is like, that's OG. Like,
I didn't tarnish the name though. I stole it, but you know what I mean? I didn't fuck it up.
You didn't turn that motherfucker down.
I ain't giving it back. It's too late.
You giving that shit back. If you ain't did no OG type shit, that's what I'm saying. We got to confirm. We got to confirm that OG moves were made in order for you to keep the name. If not, your page will be.
How about this?
Ron.
How about we reach out to the real OG Ron? See, we try to have him on the show. Now we're asking for official permission.
Yes.
And if he grant me official permission, then I keep rocking. If he say I can't, then the shit coming down.
I'm down with that because I'm pretty sure after listening to him and his music for years, I'm pretty sure that he gonna ask you, well, what type of OG shit have you done? And I'll be sitting there like this.
I ain't gonna let you talk to him before the interview. You gonna try to get him to say that shit.
Anybody who has his email address down in Texas, please send it to me so I can get to him first.
Man, people be inboxing me like, bro, you got any more mixtapes coming out? Or that so-and-so shit was hard. I'm like, bro, I'm not that one.
The truth is out. The truth
Nobody
is
ever
out.
asked. I would have told you. You know what I mean? Some people know me for the goofy shit, but some people think I'm OG Ron.
They're going to be like, what happened to the mixtape? Fuck you. You don't make them no more? I never did.
I could, nigga. How much? You got cash app, nigga? Shit, I'll send you some.
They gonna say, it's gonna be your picture on that. It's gonna be your picture. Hey, remember when they used to make you them mix CDs and you be like, hey, like make me this mix CD.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 15 songs on that mug and 13 of them be the ones you wanted and the last two be the dude songs that he did and you like, hold up.
One be by the nigga you bought it from, the other one be by the one that has the burner. They working together.
You get to 14 and be like, I know he ain't put himself on here. And if he was really cocky, he gonna be the first song. Like, come on, dog.
You gotta be a bold motherfucker to put your shit first. Cause them motherfuckers.
I done had about 2 of them motherfuckers that put that shit first.
Who the fuck is this?
That folks said, listen to this shit and then get to your shit. That's why you gotta put that discount. You right. You right. I miss that. You know, I know it's so it's easy like to just get on your phone and like look at stream songs. But I miss that. I miss the relationship that you had with your CD maker. I miss like, you know.
It was cool.
You like, the new song just came out. You be like, I know.
Yeah.
Call them up. You be like, hey, you got this song? Don't even worry about it. I'm putting it on my next hit. It'll be ready Friday. Good.
You remember them niggas used to hit you with the menus?
Yeah.
This motherfucker that pulled out a playbook.
That booklet. Just go ahead and pick it up.
Let me get a number 2 and
give me that 10. That 10. That's cool. Okay. You'd be like, nah, that's chopped and screwed. You'd be like, okay, then give me 10 and 11 because I want one without it being slow. Like, really?
I done bought 9. How many free ones? I get 6 free ones. Niggas just have freebies. Niggas, I'm like, boy, I missed that shit, boy.
That will say if you buy my combo pack, it come with my T-shirt with your picture.
Oh my God, man.
Oh, back in the day, you gotta love it. See, this generation will never understand. I think this is why. Okay, this is. I had a topic. It's not about anything or any person. It's just a topic.
Yeah.
Cutting people off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is why this generation has such a hard time with like networking and relationships, right?
Yeah.
Just to say we built strong relationships with a motherfucker we met at the gas station.
You're right.
Yes. Just like if you think about it, just on the night when your motherfucking ass was looking for some, like wanting to bump some new music.
Yeah.
And you like, damn, I ain't got no music. And then, dude come out. Driving around, like standing outside the car, looking, telling everybody, "You need some music. You need some music." You know what I mean? You like, yeah, I need some music.
Matter of fact, I can take some music.
What kind of music you got? I got a menu book. Oh, you do?
I just make up fish.
But then when he gave you the book, he said outside the window because he like, nigga, you ain't jumping over my shit. You know what I mean? Because it'd be like 5 of the CDs in the back. Then he back. Dude.
You got the testers out and so you can pop that one in and I'll pour that one out.
See that if you like that one? All right. Like, no. You really built relationships. And when I hear people like, I don't deal with people, I just cut people off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let me ask this. Do you cut people off? Period. Do you cut them off?
First of all, you know that some people like, you would think so. Like, I be thinking, like, even in my head, I'm going to cut this motherfucker off. But when you human, though, you probably stop messing with him in a certain way.
Yes.
But if you solid, you still going to be there in the certain ways that you got to be. Yes. So it's easier said than done. It's hard to just cut somebody. I mean, especially if you love them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think, okay, so me personally, I'm bad with the cutoff. I'm not saying, like, if I know a situation is just absolutely terrible for me, friendship, relationship, whatever, then that's fine. But I feel like it's better to know your limitations, right? Yeah. It's better to know how to deal with people. Because, one, everybody doesn't think like you. Everybody, and some stuff, like you said, could be a misunderstanding, but you're thinking about it how you think about it. You don't think about it outside or thinking, putting yourself in the other person's shoes, right? You just automatically like, I'm going to cut people off, And then you ain't really got nobody after you to cut people off because of your fucked up way of thinking.
Exactly.
I think it's important to understand, not cut people off, especially when you're doing business, because that's networking. People are not going to do what you want them to do all the time. A situation is not going to go exactly how you want it to go. And if you use the mentality of, I just cut people off. First of all, that shit ain't tough. Like, that shit ain't, it's not the smartest thing. It's good. It's good if it's a bad relationship and you like, oh, wait. I know not to deal with this. Or family, like, I know not to deal with it. But it's easier to just know how to deal with people, control the situation.
Yeah, because when you cut people off, it's like something that's involuntary. It's almost like an instinct. Like, you get mad, you get in your feelings, and you don't wait until you level-headed to think about it. You done cut a motherfucker off, and then our pride, even if we fucked up, they got to stay cut off. Because
you already took it too far.
You done already cut them off. Like, you don't want to look silly now. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. All right, it was me. Like, you ain't go. And then even if you do admit that, they mad because they like, what type of person are you just to cut me off instead of talking about it, or instead of. So I don't know. I'm not with the whole I cut people off. Unless it's like a serious reason. If it's a serious reason, that's cool. But I just say once you cut them off, you can't go back.
Yeah. I done went back. I'm going to tell you about something recent. I'm going to tell you about, that's why I say it's hard to cut people off, because these are people I love. You know what I mean? Okay. Shit was cool. Like, just random motherfucker, like, I can cut them off. If I don't really fuck with you, I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? But, all right. So, it was a situation with a friend, longtime friend. So, we have a misunderstanding, and I stopped talking to him.
Okay.
No, for a while, because I'm like that. Like, I done stopped talking to most of my friends for, like, a long time. They know I am when I get mad.
Okay. Don't we all?
So now this friend, and you know what I mean, I'm gonna say it like she probably still watch the show. We them type of friends. We might not even talk. We won't liking each other's posts. Like, fuck you, I ain't taking your call.
Okay.
But all right. So in my opinion, I shouldn't have talked to you for a minute. You know what I mean? You could always handle it better, but I had a little ammo not to talk to you for a while. You know what I mean? I had to, you know what I mean? I could have took my time without feeling like I'm.
So you felt like the smartest move was not to talk to her to give it air, to let it breathe, or was it just like, no, I'm cutting you off?
It wasn't a cutoff. It was like, if we talk, like I said, I love this nigga.
It was
so
a breather.
Okay.
You took a breather.
Yeah, long ass breath. Long ass breath, about a year. Now, granted, this person did reach out through text, like, but man, I I ain't gonna put it out there. I said I had no problem with this person. Like I said, once I love you. I might just not fuck with you the same way. You know what I mean?
That's a year's a year's a long time.
I done cut my sister out for a year. My baby sister. That's
what it said. I ain't talking to him like that for 12 months.
We in the same function. I'm getting down. She come in. Shit, I ain't saying nothing for like a whole year. We had to see each other all the time. But it's just the stubbornness. Anyway.
Oh, this shit.
Yeah, but the people I deal with are stubborn too. Like she's family and this dude is a homie and we kind of like they stubborn too.
Okay, got you.
Listen to the story, woman.
Okay. Listen, I like to try to add this shit. That's how I crack codes and cases, nigga. I try to make the puzzles fit.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you a few more pieces.
Okay.
All right, so we ain't talking for a while over said incident. So it goes for a while. And like I said, he reached out a couple times, but still, I wasn't ready. Like, do I have to, you know what I mean, settle this now? Like, shit, I can't take a little more time?
Okay.
So.
Because clearly a year is not long enough. Go ahead.
I need a few more months.
Okay, got you.
So, after a while then, now I'm somewhere to where I'm like, you know what I mean, same decision he made.
Okay.
And yes, you can have the right to not, you know what I mean? But
got you.
So I reached out to him, and now he don't say nothing.
Oh, got you.
But check this out. But I'm like, but you the reason for the original shit, though. You know what I mean?
Are they or was your perception the reason for?
No, it was real. It was real shit.
Okay.
Man, it wasn't no bad shit. It was just some shit that, like, I think, like, as friends, you're supposed to discuss.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I mean? It wasn't no shit like, I'm gonna stab me in the back. Like, I don't deal with people like that. But just some shit that. You know what I mean? Some misunderstanding shit, but yeah.
So do you feel like, thinking about it now, do you feel like you could have handled that situation a little differently at the time?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Most of our situations, I can handle them motherfuckers differently. That's why, I don't know, though. I think the best thing was to not say nothing for a minute because shit, like, if there was something to salvage out of that shit, I might have said the wrong shit.
Because you needed some more growth, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say, like, I said grow a little bit. It was just like, I know, like, right now ain't the time to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so that's what it was. So, yeah, I'm bad at cutting off because I'm still going to, like, at least try to hold up my end, like, shit. The role I think I'm supposed to play just in case down the line we talk, like, it ain't no reason to talk shit and do all of that weird shit to say, you know what I mean? I just reached back out, but then I didn't get mine returned, too. Yeah. So it's like, all right, I don't know what to do.
Because maybe when they reached out to you and you didn't return it, that kind of stung a little bit. But
you still can't flip the shit, though. You still got to go back to the first.
Listen, you can flip it a little.
We got to go back to the footage. We got to look at the beginning of this shit.
You can flip it a little. Only because if two people, you have to respect two people's, like, each other's time, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe at that time, that person was like, damn, I'm ready to talk. Like, I miss this person. Mm-hmm. And you know, like you said, you know how pride is. Pride is like, and especially the male ego, okay?
Yeah.
That's a whole different subject.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, pride is like strong.
It is.
So in order to say, and I think that's what we need to get better at. Before, to me, cutting people off is mature, I think. I'm not saying not altogether. If you need to, you definitely need to.
Yeah.
But I think that there should be a conversation and communication before doing so. Like, if you reach to a point of saying, I'm getting nowhere with this, right? Mm-hmm. Like I said, relationship, friendship, family ship, whatever. Yeah. If you have a conversation and you're like, I feel like we're not going to see eye to eye, mm-hmm. we're not going to get it, and we can't do one of those agree to disagree type situations. Mm-hmm. We're always going to butt heads.
Yeah.
Then that's totally different. You got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I see people cutting people off like, I see how they moving, so I'm going to cut them off. Nigga, they sad.
Man.
They sad. They depressed. They got shit going on.
Yeah.
You calling them and talking about your issues and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't even asked about what the fuck they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or you kind of know how your friends are, like when they need their space or whatever. I'm not like that. I feel like when I see you and we're around each other, we gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
And when I don't, and you going through whatever, we'll check in on each other. Mm-hmm. And you gonna go through what you're going through. I think it's different from when you're young. When you're young, you want to be around these people all the time.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's hit up a club. Let's go. Let's get crazy.
Because you used to people being dysfunctional at that age.
Yeah,
you don't understand that. They need
know?
time to heal sometimes, nigga. Like, I can only do this shit once a month now, you know what I mean? Mentally, I can't do it no more.
Because for us, going out was our healing because we didn't know. So we like, shit, we can heal together.
Exactly.
Like, let's go out. But when you get older, you like, oh, no, I need to do something different about this situation.
Yeah.
So I think instead of cutting people off, you should more than anything, learn how to deal with people. Mm-hmm. Learn how to deal with the situation. Learn how to deal with your emotions yourself. Because sometimes, in some cases, and not in all cases, sometimes you may be the issue. Sometimes it may not be.
Most of the time, we just have to talk to. Like, I sit and look at this situation. Like, when me and you first started, like, we didn't come into this shit, like, we was cool, but, like, we wasn't the best of fucking friends. But, like, now, it's like levels. Like, okay, the podcast is going up, and pretty soon it'll be all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm open to, like, I want to be around a team of winners. When people hit you up and you got something to do and you busy, you go here. Like, it ain't going to be no, like, okay, well, she moving kind of different.
Yeah.
Since she got that Revlon deal, she been acting kind of funny.
Niggas got me together. If you want to give me a deal, please do. Please do. I do use you, okay? Use some other shit, but I use you too. So just in case you want to throw a sister a deal, go ahead and just email me.
Go ahead and just send her a whole package. Just send it to the email.
Facebook me. I'll be like, fuck everything else, y'all. Put you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what, man, my point with that is, like, a lot of people don't talk, like, as you gain more responsibilities, and, of course, as we all get things to do, is, like, the main thing, like, you got to just prioritize. If people take the time to prioritize and actually talk to people, it be those issues that you don't talk about. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't show up for something, like, say if we had someone like, okay, well, like, we obligated to a lot of shit, and the motherfucker tired. Now we got some optional shit, a birthday party, you know what I mean, my auntie.
Yeah.
And you don't show up to that. Y'all don't talk, though. Now motherfucker just, this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be a whole lot of stuff like that. The reason why I don't cut people off, because you do got to think about it. You got to think, like, what did I do?
Yeah.
What did I say? You got to really think about it for a minute before you because when you get older, cutting people off mean a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Because you ain't got no endless bank of friends. All the motherfuckers you run in the club with and think you got friends.
Niggas go.
Yeah, it's a different mentality.
Yeah.
So you go like, God damn, I'm down to 3 friends. Should I cut this motherfucker?
All right. I think it was wrong. And you going to do it faster than a year, too. Okay. It's been 6 months. Is the summertime about to come?
That's why some people settle for friends. You know how you got some friends that were like, she got the heart of gold. She might steal $20 every once in a while, but I'll let her watch my kids. You know, black people be having solid shit with some motherfucker.
This is that. I just start leaving the 20 out for her. Just go.
That motherfucker will be there for you when she needs you. Just, man, I make her think she's stealing. I just put some money in there.
I'm going to sit this between the couch. I want her to feel like she really doing something. Like she really perfected her craft.
I don't want her to get bored, goddamn.
He said, I know it's a 20 usually around here. No, that is true. I'm going to tell you something, too. I'm going to let you know the little secret.
All right.
You think, like, dealing with you when you mad, right? For other people may be, like, just crazy. You are so much like my brother. Mm-hmm. And, of course, growing up, I have to learn how to deal with this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you, I'll debate all day, but I'm really not a type person unless I have to be. I'm not. I'll make jokes about anything before I like, it has to be really bad for me to feel like that, right? So when I would watch you get mad, right, I used to be like, this shit feels familiar. You know what I mean? The shit feels familiar.
Yeah.
Because my brother's like that. My brother's like, if you disagree with what he's trying to do or how he's thinking, he's not thinking like, oh, this person is thinking different from me, or let me see if this works too, right? Yeah. He's just like, nah, I said what I said. You ain't getting it. Point blank period. I'm out, right?
Yeah.
So you're a little more aggressive, but that's because he's not that way. I don't know how he is with other people, right? Mm-hmm. Of course, he's not going to be that aggressive because I'm his little sister, right? Mm-hmm. He don't want me to call mama.
Yeah. But definitely can't do that.
But he's still like that, right? Yeah. But I know that when he goes off and he's taking a long drive, whatever the fuck he listen to, like I'm going to hear from him, he going to be like, hey, sis, you know, I was thinking. I'm like, damn, you think you was wrong. That's
yeah, exactly.
Thinking, right? And then when you and I had a disagreement, and then you called, and we actually talked about it, we was like, well, damn, we was thinking the same thing. We were just saying it differently.
Yeah.
And I mastered it. I said, That's because this is who the fuck I'm dealing with. I'm just dealing with like a brother from another mother because you do the same type of shit. So like because sometimes we have discussions and sometimes we're not all on the same page. That's what happens when you work in business with people.
Exactly.
You're not always going to be, you like that with coworkers. You're not always going to be the same page. It doesn't mean that the other person is right or wrong or vice versa. It just means that you are different people and you think differently, right? So when everybody else be like, damn, I got into it. I just be like, let him think. let the thing cool off.
Yeah, see, man, it comes with growth too. Like, man, people don't know. Like, we ever do a documentary after this shit. Like, the very first episode that we did recording, all hell broke loose when the motherfucker was over. It was just like, but it was just a misunderstanding with that. And it was just like, man, really though, like now, like back in the day, and I'm telling what my crazy ass was mad about, but now it's just like, just expectations, just want to do good and stuff like that. So now I'll be like, okay, well, man, they know damn if a nigga say some goofy shit, they know a nigga mean well. You know what I mean? It's coming from a good place. I ain't out here trying to, get you motherfuckers to do no.
And that's how I think. Like normally, if you and I have a disagreement, well, now we talk more, and that's growth on my end too. Like not trying to be sarcastic and being an asshole. Like no, maybe you do need to talk to somebody instead of trying to like poke at the motherfuckers. Like okay, you're right. Maybe I need. Because
this nigga on fire. Let me put some gas on him. Like god damn, Bionica, that's what I need right now.
Because I have my mechanism too. I feel like you been mean to me about. Well, you about to really get mad because that's what I'm about to do.
Are you mad?
And listen, and that was my growing up. That was my like this. I'm like shit. I know you're gonna do one of them wrestling moves on me, but I don't care. I'm about to piss you out. So that was instead of doing that, I'm like, we'll talk. We'll even if when heads are clear, once he calmed down, or once I calm down, or I need to sit down and think. Sometimes I don't know, and sometimes I just automatically jump like, you should do this, or you should feel like this, or this is how you should do shit. I get this from my mama. But I'm like, no, I can't always do that because I don't know what they got going on. So for you, right? I'm like, I don't know what you got going on outside. Like I don't know what you got going on outside, and then. Certain conversations we'd have had and you brought it up and I'm like, oh, okay. But see, if I didn't know that, but if I just automatically jumped to attack, horrible. I don't know until you're ready to talk about it or until you go there. Same thing with me or anybody else.
Exactly.
We don't know. So I think communication needs to be had before cutting people off. Stop going through this whole, I'm getting rid of people, because you never know. That person could make you $1 million next year. Or that person can put you in a better position. Or you can put them in a better position, then y'all do good together. Don't let one situation, if it's multiple, cut their ass off. But don't let one situation or two situations where both of y'all are just thinking for yourselves fuck up a relationship. Don't do that.
See, the first thing you brought up, too, with that first show, like, we was all, like, going at each other and sitting there, and like a week later after we watched the shit, like it wasn't even nothing to argue about. Right. It wasn't what we wanted, but the shit on the screen wasn't even bad.
It wasn't.
So if you had already cut everybody off, like now, like, oh shit, I gotta call them back in here. That shit wasn't trash. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't answer either. I would do that same shit. I would be like, no. No. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make you sweat for a minute. But yeah, because in our heads at the time, we were just like, ugh. Yeah. Because it was new for all of us. It was new for all of us. We were all kind of like, we've never done this before. So instead of calming the fuck down and being like, what happens is going to happen. And then we felt like we were on a time frame. And look at God making it better for us because now we're kind of ahead. But you know what I mean? Like we were on a time frame and we've just felt pressure. And that's one of the things too. Pressure on you is.
Oh my God, the pressure is a motherfucker. But to wrap up the cutting people off stuff, I think if you move on your own, you can cut everybody off. Yeah. But if you start to try to make moves that are bigger than you and involving people and like what the fuck, you got to get used to growing with people and working with people and seeing if you could actually get this project going. And then, like I said, if you're successful at that, you're going to work with some new people. You got a cut off mentality. You going into this shit all wrong.
All wrong. In life, period, you going into shit all wrong. No matter what you do, whether it's outside of business, inside of business, dealing with family, if you have that mentality, just keep living, as my grandmother would say. Keep living. Keep growing.
So we've been waiting on a scandal on this show, but ain't nobody got in trouble yet. I think that's what it's gonna need to make it pop. So I think it's gonna have to be you.
I was gonna say, wait, are we creating the scandal?
I think we're gonna have to manufacture this motherfucker because it ain't just happening randomly.
The scandal wouldn't be with me.
It wouldn't?
No, the scandal So first,
I thought that'd be like out of all three of us, I think they want to see you get in trouble.
Y'all have more of a no. They would want to see Cortez get in trouble. Come on, they would want to see Cortez is more out there, so they would want to see him get into it or get something going way before me.
Okay.
Well, maybe not because he already had one. You next, nigga.
I ain't doing nothing, goddammit. Not doing. I'm turning down scandals because I want to get it on. But
what?
I don't think we big enough yet though. What? Like TMZ ain't gonna break it.
Like, was gonna be like pass it. Get off the screen. What else do we have next? No, it wouldn't be. Mm-hmm. Or it could be what gets us popping.
All right, now we were just talking about the guests. So I started, you know what, we never had time to actually talk about guests. I was thinking when we first had our first run, we had Michael Blackson, J.J. Williamson, and Gary Owen, back to back to back.
Yeah. And
then more shows, we kept going. Like, we never actually sat and, like, really even took it in on the show. Who's been your favorite guest so far?
Why do I have to do this?
We put their ass on the spot.
George Wilborn. Look, I already know. I just didn't want to feel... Listen, I'm for me, it didn't feel like interviewing a guest. You know what I mean? It felt like if he was on our podcast, like if he was a part of the podcast, or since he bigger than us, we was a part of his shit. But it was more like interactive, and at the same time being a comedian, because he was still joking and cracking and just making us laugh.
Exactly.
So it felt like, I promise, with that interview, it didn't feel like a job. It felt like.
That shit was fun. We just let them tear Cortez apart.
It felt fun. But then it was like, we looking at Cortez like, Cortez, don't say certain shit. Like, I'm even looking at him like, don't say that. Like, I know he's going to jump, mentally, he's going to jump off and make a joke out of something that you say.
Yeah. And
he did. He delivered every time. But that's why, because it did not feel like a job. It felt more like we were just doing a funny-ass podcast with 4 people.
Yeah. You know what? You got me right there. I think that might be my favorite interview because it was still like, it wasn't like, man, like you said, it was just like, it wasn't really like an interview. We was asking questions, but it was kind of like our uncle was in the room, like the uncle we ain't seen in a long time. And he rip apart maybe one of your cousins for some weird shit he doing. And like, it was like, it just didn't feel like the shit was business. It was like, he came on, we had fun.
Yeah, it didn't feel like pressure. Like, I like when I meet somebody, I will say this, I haven't been nervous yet. Like, I haven't been nervous, and not to say we didn't have great people. We had great people. Like, all our interviews were great and they were fun. But I haven't been nervous to the point of like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna talk or what I'm gonna say, right?
Yeah.
I just usually try to think these people put their clothes on the same way we put our clothes on. You know, these people bleed like we bleed. They're just they're celebrities, so we have to treat them as such because we are grateful that they come to our show. But I'm like, it's still people, so we'll just fill them out. Again, control the situation, fill them out, see how they are, and then you go along with that. Like, you don't try to put on too much. You kind of go with their flow, which has worked. It's been great. But that time it just felt like, shit, we coming in and just clowning. It felt like when we used to have Saturday night shows.
Yeah.
And you just, oh my God. And you just laughing and just cracking up, and you kind of like, it's not pressure. Even when he first came in and we met him, it wasn't like, how we got to take him.
Yeah.
But that's because he does radio. Like, and when you do radio and you do certain stuff like that, he understands how we feel because, for him, we starting out, even though since 2018, we still starting out because we're not there yet. So he kind of relaxed us, like,
yeah, exactly.
Don't trip.
And him being in radio, just his compliments meant a whole lot more than, like, maybe your friend or somebody like that. Like, this motherfucker has been around the country in studios, and just to congratulate you or say you just at least headed in the right direction, that make you feel good because he's an OG for real.
He said the drug money wasn't paying for the napkins, so that was hilarious. So I loved all of our guests. Like, I've had fun and I've learned from all of our guests that I've got to be a part of.
Yeah.
But that would be my favorite show that we've done so far. I can't say we won't get no bomb ass show.
Yeah, I was about to say because it's been a lot of them. Like, the Gary Owen was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun for me because Gary is so fucking down to earth. It don't make fucking sense. Like, he don't really conduct himself like a person like on his level would.
Yeah,
like the jokes he told about being on the Steve Harvey show and like, I'm gonna talk about y'all here. It's like some people you gotta take the time. Like, you gotta be a real motherfucker to like joke like that. Some people don't bring themselves down. We're not. I mean, literally, I mean figuratively, like some people don't bring themselves down to so-called art level.
Yeah.
Because they feel like I'm up here.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love that shit about him. And you could tell he was gonna be comfortable. It was gonna be a good interview because the nigga came in with no socks and shit on.
he came in with them sandals on. I liked how at first we were like, oh, how because when you come in a room and you meet people and you kind of like, I don't know how they're gonna be.
Yeah.
And they're used to doing this all the time, where we're kind of like getting into it. So we can only imagine how they feel like, oh, I got to do another show, or, oh, this is just a job to me. I'm doing another. But when you feel like for them, it's not just another job. You're like, oh, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
So I will say this. I'm having an amazing time.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was speaking to my mom about that. Like, just the opportunity of meeting these people and getting to talk to them. Because, at a comedy show, you just taking pictures with them. You paying your money so you can take a picture with them. It's totally different when you get to sit down and talk to them and pick their brain and get information. Then they find out you're cool, so they open up to you, and then it's just a relaxed setting. So I am absolutely grateful, and which is why I said you have been working your ass off. Take the compliment and run with it, okay? Take it and run with it.
Okay.
You have been working your ass off with the connections. We are blessed to be able to be a part of it. We are blessed to be able to talk to these people.
Oh, man. And I just can't wait to get more because I got a couple more questions, too, before we get out of here. I got to say this, too. Bringing them here, just having – there's only one time I've been like – and I didn't know – I think I told you. I didn't know if I was just like super high or just super nervous. It might have been both. It might have been – I could not explain it. Let me tell y'all something. And it happened to be the one when you was off work that day. When Rodney Perry
told
was
me. Listen, you had me in Home Depot cracking. Like, people was looking at me like, what is wrong? Where I was rolling.
Bro, usually it gets out in here. I got my hat on and shit. So it was just like that day. That's why I was like, I don't know if I was just high. It was like I was getting, man, I felt the shit going up and down my body like heat. Not all at once. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was like, one of the elements, too, like sometimes when people get in situations like that where you're a little nervous and shit, I didn't feel at home because usually your ass is somewhere, too. It's like the usual foundation I have, it wasn't there. Like when I needed your ass, goddamn it, you wasn't there. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at him and it was like, man, I was too much in my head that show. I was thinking too much. I never think, like, you know what I mean? When they come, I mean, I'm thinking, but it's like I'm not overthinking shit, like shit that don't matter. So it's like I got my little script here. Cortez starts it off. You know how Cortez usually come out the gate running with everybody.
We'll be like, oh my God, I remember you was on this show. And then we'd be like, okay, go ahead and break the ice.
So for the first time ever, I don't never get nervous like that. For the first time ever, starting out recording, you remember we was nervous then.
Yeah.
But like once the interview going, I'm good. I'm sitting over there like, oh shit, when it's my turn, like how am I like, I was like, I didn't know if I was just high, if I was nervous, but I had never had that feeling, so I don't even know where to put it.
I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure high was part of it, right? Listen, seriously, I'm pretty sure high was part of it. But also, something about you to note is, and I don't know if I should tell other people, but it is what it is. They'll know what they did with you. For you, in your head, and that's just how you think, in your head, you see how things are going. And you see things are going straight, right? But if something curves and goes the other way, and you've already got in your head, no, it's supposed to go this way.
Yeah.
And instead of you going that way with it, like, I'm going to just flow with this shit and go that way. You're still trying to like, no, go straight, right? So me not being able to be here was the first, like, it's going this way. Like, what would, like, no, this is not supposed to happen. Where in my head, I'm thinking, what a day not to, because Janelle,
Janelle
because
was there.
We have someone, and I love Janelle. I do. I don't want people looking at that and be like, they got somebody else. No, I absolutely love Janelle. I wouldn't have anybody else do it but Janelle. But I'm like, you, instead of you just automatically saying, I'm going to go this way because this is what we're doing. You're already in your head. You're in your head like, nope, this is going to be fucked up because this is how I wanted things to go. But things are not always going to go like that. And that's another part of growth. I see you do it better because before you probably would have just been like, like I would have heard your fucking mouth. like literally.
That's why I stopped talking to y'all. I still be freaking out. I just don't be inboxing y'all about this shit.
But I know you freak out, and that's why I said instead of you going with the flow and saying this is how things are, this is what we're gonna work with. Let's work with what we got to work with, right? You still thinking of what did not happen, opposed to what the same way with our first show, right? You're so focused on what did not happen. That you're not seeing the greatness that actually happened.
You're right.
And when you think about certain stuff like that too much, when you get too in your head, it fucks everything up. Opposed to you just saying, "This shit's gonna be good because we're just gonna make it good."
See, that's why I said I knew from the beginning it was fucked up. It came out to be a great show. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it was all happening in here, but I ain't never had that feeling. I'm not thinking about what I'm gonna say. I'm usually ready. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Don't try to step on y'all toes. I'm like, I'm ready. I know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna ask this first. All that shit went out the fucking window. I'm like, what the fuck is going on today?
Yeah, because and then you got high, and then you got, which did not help situations.
But yeah, it was a feeling because you know I had to get high because I'm already like that. Bionica can't hear. Like I've been doing this shit from the beginning with y'all. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying, like too. And Ron will do this thing like, so you're not? Or are we? And I'm like, Ron, you can. But I feel like it would be the same way when you go on vacation and certain stuff, and then we do it, and I'd be like,
I can't fucking wait.
And I'd be like, Ron, shut up. Ron, what should we do? And we gonna have a dummy sitting up there, motherfucker, with a t-shirt down.
I'm gonna get one made so I can leave that motherfucker here when I'm gone.
with a t-shirt, some jeans, and some tennis shoes on, I'll be like, Ron, what do you think we should do? And he just gonna sit up there and just look with his head.
Man, if they ever put out an APB on my ass, I thought about that shit. They could go spot my ass, bro. Like, this nigga got a uniform, a hood uniform.
He be like, I'm gonna tell you what he always wears. Now.
He probably got it on right now, so I said, nigga, just go with this description. I ain't seen him in a couple of weeks.
We gonna pull out a list of outfits. Now, if it's Friday, he probably wearing this red one right here, okay? Focus.
You can move the shirts and shit around. That's all he really do. Like, the nigga only got about 5 pair of jeans. He rotate the shirts.
They gonna be like, his hair. He got nice hair, nigga. Okay? He used to wear braids. They gonna pull out the braid picture. I'm be like, nigga, that was before. Don't braid it. Okay.
Nigga had a ponytail since we started shooting the show with the camera.
They can put it in a ponytail. You get me upset with these braid pictures. You gonna find the wrong person. So no, that is. But no, I do. I feel like
that nigga already locked up. That ain't him. I was locked up with that.
Did you see this nigga? Did you see this? He got a cartoon shirt on. That ain't what Ron would wear. But no, he ain't got no ball cap on. Like,
oh my God.
That's a gas station hat. Ron would never. Don't you disrespect.
Now my head big. I gotta get the real shit. I gotta make my shit.
I'll be looking for this. That ain't it. That they got that from Phillips 66. I know that motherfucker had when I see it.
I cannot fit a gas station hat.
But no, I do. I feel like it's going to be that way too. Like just the oddness of not doing it the way that you normally do. Yeah. But this is again.
You could tell I was scared when I was calling you. I kept coming back downstairs.
Listen,
let me tell you what I told Bionica. Bionica was like, I'm going to let you know if I can pull this shit off on my end. So go and just, you know what I mean? Just see what happens.
I'm like literally telling Ron every time he calls, like, hey, stay calm, okay? Here's what's going to happen. I probably won't be able to make it. I'm trying my best. I probably won't be able to try to make it. But just in case, it's perfect. You got 4 seats to fill. Like, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Ron's like, so what you telling me? Can you try? What I can try to do is hold it. I'm like, you can't hold no damn gas.
I said that since the first time, but the last time I went down there, she was like, I think y'all should probably do it. I was like, I'm going to let you know if I can do anything. So I come up here and Rodney and them was in here. I was like, I sat in there for 3 minutes. I got right up. Let me go down and call her. It was like 3 minutes later. Then she was like, nigga, do the goddamn show.
But you know what? I think it's too. I think you say whatever you want to. Listen, I think it's the fact that, one, we've started this show, honestly, and we haven't done it. You know how bad, like, you know how fun this shit has been? Like, I ain't really had no script, but now, like, see, we don't remember our conversations we used to have because we got Cortez. We need to kick Cortez off the goddamn. No, I'm just playing. Now you fired. We going back to the same.
Yeah, it's just a different flow. It reminds you of when nobody was on there.
Yeah, when we did. Like, we would sit, like, for the first, 45 minutes and joke about some shit, just some random shit.
And I forgot how easy this shit was. Like, we could sit and do this shit for, 2 hours. When there's somebody on here, sometimes you'd be like, it might be a pause.
Yes.
We're going to have to stop just having guests and kick Cortez off. Robert, what you think?
That was that. And we're back.
We're going to X Cortez out.
They're gonna be like, you cheap motherfucker. No, we can't.
Nigga, hell nah. You know how much this shit, and it's already signed, nigga. We just gonna X that nigga out of all this shit.
Definitely talking about X out right in the middle. No, he will definitely be back for our next show. So you can get all of us together and laugh and joke and just, but yes, it is good that Ron and I have a flow. We may argue if you go back and listen to our shows. Please do.
Them shows was good. We argued a lot. Listen, we got over 100 episodes back then.
Of heated debates. Of 50% heated debates, 50% laughter. Of that.
And who knows? Depending on how the next couple of years go, this shit might be used against us in court. So this shit might, get interesting.
They're going to tell me, bitch, you don't feel that way because you said this in show 17. I'll be like, that's what growth is. Because when you
Let me tell you about growth.
Put on some Malcolm X glasses. Because when you grow.
If you ain't flowing, you ain't growing. God,
and now you know it. Get your ass out of here. You're right. You're right.
God.
Oh, God. Okay. See, this is why I can't. See, it was different.
It's been a fun one, though.
It was different when we went on video. We could just laugh.
Yeah.
Now we got to,
I hate this shit now.
All right.
I hate it and I love it. Being on camera, boy, I got to buy new shirts and shit and all kind of stuff. I got to get shades. We was in that motherfucking kitchen raw.
Listen, what you motherfuckers gonna understand is we love y'all so much, but what's gonna happen is until we get the big bucks, until y'all share, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
So until you do all that, we come into the studio. You may see us in some stuff you've seen
Don't
before.
y'all want to see me in a button up? We need some cash app money. Send that shit on to the show.
All right, when they do, and they be like, I want a bow tie with it. I'll be like, put a bow tie on.
You know what? I'm open for that. As long as they want to see it.
Right, gonna have a propeller in his head.
I'm about to. No, I ain't gonna say that on camera. But when I do it, it's gonna be cool. I ain't gonna say that.
We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, we're just gonna come back with Cortez.
Yeah, Cortez coming back next week. I was talking shit. Family things happen. So that's our people who's out here for this week. Just like, you know what I mean? Hopefully I'll never miss an episode, but I'm going to be here. I'm going to try to be here.
There will be times when we going to tell your ass go on your vacation, stop fucking bugging us, and go do your thing so we can go ahead and record. We will.
It's going to get to, because I ain't coming back for a minute.
I will. But I'm telling you when it's
I got like 8 interviews by yourself with somebody.
You going to listen, but you going to be like, Bionica, I told y'all just to do the show by yourself. Who this nigga look like me in my seat? I'm like, oh, yeah, don't even worry about it. I found that nigga at the gas station. He gonna be your stand-in where you go.
You could digitally have me in here. You know they got them little things now. You be sitting through the airport, they got a face on it. Like people be walking with you ain't never seen this shit. I'm like, bro, I don't want to be that high tech. I'm not walking with my mama through the airport.
You not gonna be there. The dude's name gonna be OG Vine. It's just he just gonna be light skinned. I'll be like Unviv.
We're gonna send this prototype. You ain't gonna really meet with him. So
we gotta tell his ass.
Just let that motherfucker in the door at 1.
We gotta tell his ass, Ron coming back. You need to get the fuck out of here. Y'all don't. Ron be downstairs beating him up. I'll be like, he didn't even know. He didn't even know.
Oh my God. Those are the things I look forward to though. Real growth, like. Man, I want to see someone's growth on the show. Like, well, we can go and just know that everything's going to happen. We might, I might miss an interview with somebody, but who cares? As long as the show gets done and everybody have fun, like, that's what we shoot for. So y'all got to like, share, and subscribe for that shit to happen.
Yes, and hit the bell so you can get notifications when we drop new content. Please
smash that bell, like people be saying on YouTube. Smash that fucking like button. Smash that bell. Smash the volume all the way up. Just get on there and start smashing shit.
Yes, just whatever. And again, comment so you can send us some topics, whatever you want us to talk about, because we will do that for you. Thank you.
More interviews coming soon, but more of us.
Later, guys. Thank you for tuning in.